Did you know that in ancient China, it was legal to sell your daughter to pay off a debt? That's right. A newborn girl could be sold like a piece of livestock, especially during times of famine or poverty. And that wasn't even the worst part. Being born a girl in ancient China wasn't just unlucky, it was often seen as a burden. From foot binding to forced silence, the reality was brutal. But how bad was it, really? And what did it actually mean to grow up female in one of the world's oldest civilizations? Let's start with this. Girls weren't even given real names. Many were called Zaodi, meaning bring a little brother. Their very identity was a wish for their replacement. Education? Forget it. The Confucian classic Three Obediences and Four Virtues taught girls to obey their fathers before marriage, their husbands after, and their sons in widowhood. Women couldn't inherit property, couldn't speak in public, and were sometimes drowned at birth if the family already had too many daughters. And if a woman's husband died, she was expected to remain loyal to his ghost, never remarrying, or risk public shaming, or worse. Let's talk about foot binding, a practice that started in the Song dynasty. Girls as young as 5 had their feet broken and bound to stay under 3 inches long. Why? Because men found it beautiful, and it symbolized obedience. A woman with bound feet couldn't run away. Then there's the mother-in-law torture. When a girl married, she moved into her husband's home where her mother-in-law ruled like a general. New brides were often beaten, starved, or forced into servitude. But here's the twist. Some women found ways to fight back, quietly. In the 17th century, women in Hunan created nushu, a secret written script only they could understand. They used it to write poetry, share grief, and preserve their stories, hidden from the men who tried to silence them. One of the most powerful stories comes from Ban Zhao, the first female historian of China. She lived during the Han dynasty, and despite the strict gender roles of her time, she wrote Lessons for Women, a guide that walked the fine line between Confucian ideals and empowering advice. She taught women to be educated not to rebel, but to survive, to understand the system well enough to navigate it. She didn't break the rules, but she bent them, and left behind a legacy that whispered to future generations, "You are more than what they tell you." So what did it mean to be born a girl in ancient China? It meant invisibility, pain, and silence. But it also meant resilience. And in the smallest cracks of oppression, some women found their voice. If this story moved you, drop a comment below. What shocked you the most? And if you want to hear more powerful stories from forgotten voices in history, check out our next video right here.